Hi, I'm Jen. I'm from the Northwest, and these are 5 lifestyle changes that genuinely I think and believed helped me through my IVF process. Now, IVF is already hard enough, and the thought of for some people making these lifestyle changes might be too much for you, but I just really think these help me so much. And if it makes a difference to one person out there, then that's all that matters to me. So number 5, I decreased my caffeine intake. Before IVF and even my whole life, like I've been such a tea drinker and I love coffee as well. And it was a really big thing for me to drop the caffeine. Someone actually informed me that decaf, you almost might as well be drinking caffeinated stuff because there's that many toxins and impurities in order to create the decaf version of tea or of coffee. You might as well drink the actual caffeine. So I just decreased everything altogether. Now that was really difficult for me. I actually wanted to do this first time when I actually lost my first embryo, and I attribute, who knows, but I actually stopped caffeine in the form of coffee and lattes altogether until my 12-week scan. So I just went down to 1 cup of tea a day, and then after my 12-week scan I either had a tea or a latte throughout the rest of my journey. Now that was really hard and really difficult, but it was something I would absolutely do again because it also helped me sleep better at night because I wasn't drinking as much caffeine. Number 4, I saw an acupuncturist and I had acupuncture throughout my IVF. Now, I actually sought out acupuncture in relation to my infertility years before I started IVF. It was at the point where my endometriosis got so bad that I ended up needing an operation before my IVF. But that's a story for another day. So she was amazing in the lead up to my injections, into my transfer, into everything. And I followed her up till the 3rd trimester. I still see her now, and although that was a good deal of money, it was money in the right place, and I think she did so much in terms of keeping me nice and calm, believing in the process and manifesting, and just putting my body in the best place it could possibly be. Number 3, I actually changed my skincare. I didn't realise how much skin products and chemicals had an effect on your hormones. So I moved to Tropic skincare. I kept all my skincare really minimal. So of the Tropic range, I used pretty much the morning mist every day, followed by the moisturiser, and that was it. That's all I used because I have really dry and sensitive skin, but I wanted to make sure that I was just letting my body do whatever it needed to. Subsequently, I have actually become a Tropic ambassador, so I'll leave a link in case anybody wants to have a look, as it might be something that is for you depending on what you currently use. Number 2, I tried to laugh as much as possible. Someone told me there was a study done years ago when they had the egg transfer and there was a clown in the room, and I think this is probably so old, but when you're going through IVF, you'll clutch onto anything. So I said to my husband, I said, just try and make me laugh as much as possible. I was watching Friends on the TV. I was going back to Lee Evans DVDs that I'd watched from years ago and howling and just trying to keep that positivity, to keep the lightheartedness, to keep my body full of endorphins as much as possible throughout that 9 months. And oh my God, it was so hard. But yeah, I just laughed as much as I possibly could, even through the tears. And the last lifestyle change I made was that I just changed how much sugar I was eating. Again, I love my sugar. I love biscuits. I love cake. I love chocolate. I'm not a big girl by any means. I've never particularly struggled with my weight. I'm not skinny either. But again, in terms of sugar and hormones and cortisol release and that sort of thing, then I just had to try as best as I could. Now, that's not saying I didn't have any sugar, but I really had to curb the amount that I relied on sugar in order to get me through that process and to keep my mind focused during those 9 months. So those are my top 5. In any way this relates with you, then fingers crossed, and good luck to anyone out there who's going through this process because it is so unbelievably hard. This is called The Honest Glow. If you want to follow along for the journey, I've got a lot of posting to do. And again, like if I help anyone out there, please like and subscribe. And if you've got any comments or any questions, just let me know. Good luck.